going down, world? Welcome to the 40s. I go by the name Black Pegasus, and today we're checking out the one and only Rolling Stones. This one is Wild Horses. Now, I've never heard this song, so this will be fun, and it'll be a first-time reaction. But the Rolling Stones are absolutely iconic and legendary. From some of the comments, because you guys go crazy in the comments, and I try to glance at the comments, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of a battle, right? Because a lot of you are trying to feed me information, you know, say, hey, check this out next, boom, bye, super awesome. But then you get those comments where it's just like, they're basically boo-booing on me, dissing hip-hop, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I go through the comments. That's kind of how I figure out the reactions. Very spontaneous. I'm not doing paid reactions. And I just, kind of vibing with it. However, this one popped up. And one of the things I learned about the Rolling Stones from the comments, a few different people had mentioned how I think it's Keith Richards and Mick Jagger wrote most of the stuff. You know what I mean? So I thought that's pretty dope. A lot of the music I've been reacting to, I'll find out, they'll be like, Dolly Parton wrote this, Willie Nelson wrote this, and it's really cool to see. Lionel Richie wrote this, and it's just cool seeing a singer sing something someone else written who's prominent and then give it their own little splash of flavor. I really enjoy that type of stuff. But today, it's Wild Horses. If you guys are here for this reaction, like, share, comment, subscribe, and welcome back to the channel.
They tease him a lot, black peas on the spot. Welcome back, 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 welcome back. 40.
All right, the logo's down and the video is up. Don't forget to support the original content on the channel. Also, if you want to check out my other channel, Pegasus vs. the World, over there I do commentary. Over here is where we do all the music and the music reactions. If you wanted access to the reactions early, there's a link in the description to our membership. Gives you early access. We have a big catalog of reactions that haven't been released to the public yet, and I update it every single day. There's not an obligation. Sometimes I see people in the comments tripping like, yo, everything's in the membership. That's absolutely not true. Everything from the membership gets released eventually. I just have a huge stock of things I record because I actually record every single day, including Sundays. So there you go, man. Eventually it's going to come out. Don't stress it. Don't, have an aneurysm. Please just have a good life. That's what we're here for, to vibe and let music bring us together. So thank you for your support. Huge shout out to all the members on the channel. Let's get it popping. Now, this is the Rolling Stones Wild Horses. This is from their official YouTube channel. So I always ask people, please go over there, watch this, listen, stream without me. Meaning what I do isn't a substitute for the original content. We always want to pay homage to the original content creators, show that respect, and let's get it moving. This is Wild Horses by the one and only Rolling Stones.
It's easy to do. The things you wanted, I bought them for you. Graceless lady, I can't let you slide through my hands. Wild horses couldn't grab me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away.
Okay, so I'm trying to take in all the lyrics. You guys know me. I love the lyrics. The production's amazing. I loved when the percussions hit. Mick Jagger's voice is just absolutely fantastic on this. This is smooth. It's mellow. There's a little pain to it, but a little bit of light. I was leading with the concept of Wild Horses. Just hearing that, I'm like, ooh, that's strong. It's a great title. And as he was singing, I was like, oh, this is taking me somewhere different than I thought it was going to take me. The concept for me, when I hear Wild Horses, I'm thinking of freedom. I'm thinking of wild horses running free in their environment and just living their best life on, some green grass, just wild horses running fast. We're running free, kind of like the concept, fly like an eagle. Same thing with wild horses. That's what I'm thinking. However, he gave me there's misdirection here in the sense that's what I thought it was going to do. It's doing something different. He's talking about an unbreakable love or feeling, and that it's just so powerful, wild horses couldn't drag him away from this feeling, this experience. Now, when we try to interpret these emotions and feelings of love, right, this can go for anything. I felt this type of love with my wife, but I also felt this type of love, which is different, with my kids, right? Like, nothing can tear me away from being in my kids' life, being involved, helping raise them. But at the same time, I have that type of love with my wife, but it's different, right? Because you're intimate with your lover, and then your children are what you sprouted from that love. And it's almost even a little more powerful. It's like this weird germination of things. So this could be interpreted if you're just talking about the feeling of emotional and love and that not being able to be stripped away. That's just powerful, and wild horses are so strong. And, like the concept of like they have to break a horse to make them be able to ride it. Wild horses have the strongest spirit, that concept. So, maybe I'm reading too much into that. In hip hop, they call it reaching, but I believe all of that's there. And we're only 1 minute and 37 seconds in. So this is awesome. And what do you expect from the Rolling Stones? Like at this point, sometimes people get on here, oh, do you like everything you listen to? You're just pandering. And I'm like, bro, I'm literally listening to a lot of classic stuff. I'm like, it's called classic for a reason. I'm actually really enjoying this. I did just do a reaction to Simple Minds, kicking in Alive and Kicking. It was cool. It wasn't this. This is absolute fire. It was good, but I wasn't like, oh, like it wasn't it for me. It's not going in the playlist. This is flame from what I've heard so far. Let's keep it rolling.
Couldn't drag me away. I watched you suffer. A dull aching pain. Now you decided to show me the same. No sweet thing exists. Oh, off stage lines could make me feel bitter. Treat you unkind. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. I know I
So what I'm realizing as I listen to this, I actually like the verses better than the wild horses drag me away. It's a solid hook, but I don't know. I just like the verses better. Absolutely. After I heard that last wild horses, I was like, I absolutely like the verses. Now, there's something that kind of triggered me when he said, I watched you suffer. And it seemed, watching someone suffer for me immediately speaks to when I lost my mother to cancer and watching her go through all of her treatments. And I don't think, because the way he was placing it, I don't think he was talking about that. It's almost like someone who had like addiction, like, drug or alcohol addiction. And you guys kind of like that puts this separation in there, but you're saying, I'm still not willing to let go. I still love you, even though they might push you away because of problematic behavior. And this can go with anything. Sometimes people who suffer push the ones they love away out of negligence for not knowing or even not wanting to bring you through that. But it really hit me, that verse. I don't know why. It just reminded me of watching my mom suffer, because it was just like so long. I remember her first breast cancer diagnosis was when I was 15, and she had beat it for like 2 years. Then it came back in the other breast, beat it. It was gone for like 3 years. Then it came back in her lungs. She was good for a few years. Then it came back in her brain and beat that. And, we're thinking everything's all good. Then it came back to her liver and it was game over. Anyways, just something about that triggered that within my soul, and it stirred me up. I like this song. This is great. It's so refreshing too, because I really thought the Wild Horses was going to lead towards this freedom and strength of, just being free in the wild. And it's totally different. It's, more about the strength of a wild horse and maybe its stubbornness, and that could not pull me from you.
I don't have much time. Faith has been broken. Tears must be cried. Let's do some living after we die.
Did it. He flipped it on me. He fucking flipped it. Mick Jagger flipped it.
Wild horses.
I flipped.
Couldn't drag me away.
Totally changed my mind on the hook.
Wild horses.
He flipped it. I absolutely take my statement back about the hook. The hook, I'm done. Like the hook, now I like the hook a little more than the verse. I just really like this song, but he flipped it. I said it was misdirection, and he flipped it. Man, I'm actually kind of freaking out when that happens in real time. He mentions free. He mentions being free in that last verse. Then he goes and talks about we only have so much time, and then we're going to go. We need to take advantage of this time. And he says, one day we're going to ride wild horses, which is this concept I was just talking about, the absolute freedom, right, of just being free, a wild horse, similar to flying like an eagle. And that is just so cool. Oh, man, That's a story builder. I didn't expect that. We were like 3 minutes into the song. I was like, okay, cool, man. Got it. We wrapping up. No, he flipped it just by something as subtle as one day we're going to ride these horses, which is like ride off into the sunset. It's going to be all good. Maybe it's to the afterlife. Maybe it's in heaven. Maybe it's paradise. However you want to see it. He left that open to interpretation, but we're going to ride off into the sunset. Wild horses. Whew. Man, I feel heavy right now. That was great. I love these type of reactions. Bro, every time, man. I don't know, out of all the songs I've heard from the Rolling Stones, Paint It Black has to be up there. Was one of my favorites. Obvious because the familiarity from being on television shows. I'm at a loss for word with this Wild Horses. There's something bittersweet about this song. Because you're left with this hope like, hey, even when it ends, it's going to be all good. It's kind of like the end of the original Gladiator movie when, he fights valiantly at the end and he passes away and he's just walking through the wheat field, touching the wheat, and he's going to see his wife and child. And you're like, but I wanted him to live. I wanted him to conquer. I wanted him to, but he's at peace. Wild Horses. Man. Anyways, that was really good. That was great for the soul. 45 years old I am. Discovering Wild Horses by the Rolling Stones is insane. Some of y'all are just like, and I feel that way too sometimes. I love it. And this is my only time with music because when I'm not doing music reactions, I'm actually working on my businesses or trying to take in information to figure out. I personally believe we're going into a wild world of AI. And I'm going to have to be on top of it. I got to create something for my family and my children. And sometimes I feel like time's running out. So I really stay focused on it. So the time that I listen to music, they play music in the gym. That's awesome. Sometimes I put on my headphones when I'm doing, running and stuff like that. But essentially, the majority of the time that I'm taking is music is right here in front of you guys. So, and I don't want to be a liar. So take that with sometimes I'll drive with my daughter, driving her to jiu-jitsu. I'll play music for her, and typically it's stuff I'm reacting to that I'm discovering. I'm like, oh, she'll love this, But yeah, anyways, oh man, I feel like I don't know, got a little dopamine hit or something. Anyways, let me know what I got, what I missed. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ, boy.